everyone! Thank you so much for joining me today, and this is going to be the next part of our Endwalker playthrough. And what can I say? It's just we're nearing the end of the story more or less, so I kind of have mixed feelings about the whole thing. If you remember last time, it was I guess it's a traditional like eve before battle scenes. Like we got to go spend some time with the other scions. We got to get some really cute heartfelt moments. And I mean, I love the Scions, like, in various degrees, but I don't know how we're going to, what we're going to be doing next. Like, once the next expansion comes out, are the Scions coming back? Are they going to be playing major roles in this, or are we going to get brand new characters? Because they're kind of setting everything up so that the Scions are going to disband. That's kind of what we talked about in the last episode. Yeah, Thankard was saying, like, we all need new hobbies. There's no point in having the Scions around anymore. And you gotta admit, they got a good point, because, I mean, the Garlean Empire, for one, is pretty much no more. Yeah, we're still gonna have some kind of issues with them, so that's not gonna be something that we can solve overnight. But yeah, I mean, the Garlean Empire is gone, like the Dragon Song War is over, Doma, Alamigo are free, and a bunch of other nations within Ishibard are trying to get their freedoms back as well. The primals are pretty much taken care of because the Alliance has kind of entered into an uneasy truce with the Beast Tribe leaders. And not only that, we have a way to not only prevent tempering from here on out, but we also have a way to cure the tempered. So any kind of summonings that go on from here on out, the Warrior of Light really doesn't have to necessarily be the one to take them out anymore, because just about any Grand Company can if they have enough like soldiers and like warding talismans. So yeah, the Scions may not be around much longer, and I feel like empty nest syndrome just thinking about it. Yeah, that's kind of a lot to kind of take in. And the last area that we're going to be going to is coming up, so we're about to head to Ultima Thule, and we have no idea what this place is going to be like. No clue, except that it's in outer space, so it could be anything. So yeah, let's not wait around any longer. So here we are back at the Baldesion Annex with Claire. She's in her armor, her brand new armor that Tataru gifted us. Also happened in the last episode. And the next quest is On to the Heavens. I'm not going to try to say his name, but he's ready to send you off with a smile. I suppose this is where we part ways for now. With that, I'd sage words of wisdom to share ere you depart. Mayhap the teachings of Galuf Baldesion will suffice? Surrender not to anger or hatred, he said. Look beyond them and there find true strength. What one sees beyond is open to interpretation, I think, but for me it would be the things I cherish most in life, things I believe are worth fighting for. Something to consider as you venture onto the Sea of Stars. Well, I guess so. Alright, so we're going to be heading back to speak with Fortuno, and it's another thing that I noticed, like, Fortuno definitely seems to have a lot more respect for us, like, at least he doesn't seem to hate us nearly as much as he did. And I think the main reason for that was, like, he blamed the Warrior of Light, he blamed all the Scions, really, but it was really mostly the Warrior of Light he kind of blamed for the changes in his children. Like, he kind of saw them as a bad influence, basically. But now, after seeing how much, like, they've grown, like, all the friends that they've made and everything that they've accomplished, I think he finally realizes, like, you know what, you're not so bad. Like, you're not the bad influence that I thought you were on my children. Yeah, so it's like, I just ask that you continue to look after them and continue to guide and teach them. So, I'm glad that Fortuno at least no longer seems to hate us. I mean, I still don't think we're his favorite person, but at least we can be sure that he doesn't, like, openly despise us anymore. I was just planning on running down the whole way until I saw the mount go by and was like, oh right, we can ride mounts. That's gonna be so much quicker. Wow, there it is. So that's the ship, and I gotta be honest, it does not look that different. Well, maybe a little bit, I can't really tell. Oh my god, look how many people are here! Ugh, let's just start in order. Stop at Alpha. Alpha appears to be cheering you on. Omega, miniature model of Omega appears to be staring intently at the Ark. Okay, and wow, there's so many people. Let's just start down the line, I guess. Man is said to fear what he does not know, yet you would venture on to the greatest of unknowns. I say to you, daughter of man, that you need not fear. So long as man shares a bond with dragonkind, so too does he share our kinship with the heavens, and our ancient home amidst the stars infinite. I pray you go forth and prove this bond of ours, tempered and tested, shall endure unbroken for 1,000 years. Oh, I love Vitra. I really do. And I also love this one, Erinvale. First the great exodus, and now this. It seems there's no end to our work. In truth, more than a few gleaners were distressed to learn that their earlier efforts were for nothing. It was no easy task convincing them that the new plan was for the best, I can tell you that. I can't tell you every man believes this is the wisest course, but I can say that all will be forgiven if you deliver us from the coming doom. And if you don't, well, at least you won't get the earful. I certainly will. Okay, Manolane. It's troubling enough that brute Sidcard left without warning, leaving me to carry all those cumbersome containers, but that he failed to be present to send you off is absurd. What could possibly be more deserving of his attention at a time like this? Yeah, I'm actually starting to wonder that. It's an easy thing to say, leave the star to us, but we must, and we will. As proud members of the sign, we have a duty to uphold. And we needn't do so alone. Those dark days when we were driven from the rising stones and hunted as traitors are a thing of the past. We have allies in abundance now. Well, that's an understatement. Which is to say, you needn't worry about this. Go forth in the knowledge that the signs will labor without rest in your absence. Nadana. Mistress Kryl tells me your investigation into my theories on Akasha and its relation to the final days has made clear the source of our woes. I'm elated to know my work was of some benefit, but I could not have shared it had you not rescued me from the tower that day. I yet owe you a great debt, one I may never fully repay, but I shall try nonetheless. Not only through my research, but through my desire to see you succeed, which I believe may influence the Akasha in our favor, small though the effect may be. Yes, so long as we have hope, there is chance we may influence the outcome of this calamity. Man, they really came up with some really good characters from Thavnar. Oh, our fellow Scions couldn't be here. They wanted me to tell you that no matter what calamity may befall us, they will never give up, and neither should you. No matter how far you may go, we will be with you in spirits. No matter how dark it may seem, your light will shine and endure. Oh, look who else is here! We are quite fortunate the Law Perit's hyperhopper was based on principles similar to those of etherology. Integrating it with the Ark's existence systems might well have been impossible otherwise. We may have Charlene's wealth of knowledge at our disposal, but theirs is technology far beyond anything we've ever studied. You're familiar with the teleportation's magics, yes? The momentary conversion of the body into ether that it may travel via the life stream from one physical point to another. Oh yes, I'm very familiar with that. Their hyperhopper enables transport through a similar method, but not one involving the life stream. Rather, it utilizes highly condensed ether to create an ethereal current of its own. Interesting. This current is exponentially faster and more powerful than the naturally occurring ones to which we are accustomed. So much so, in fact, that the ethereal conversion of the physical form is not quite prerequisites for transit. If you are concerned about the side effects, such as ethereal sickness, you needn't be. You should emerge at your destination hale and whole, in theory. Well, that's comforting. At the very least, I can assure you it is safer than the experimental etherites you used to reach Rasset Han. Moonbreed been on my mind more often of late. How different her life might have been if not for our research into teleportation magics. Perhaps she would never have gained an interest in etherological studies. But to abandon our work out of misplaced guilt for who she could have been would be a disservice to the memory of who she was. Nay, it was because of her that we found the resolve to carry on, and now we stand at the edge of a new frontier, with a ship ready to bear you into the distant stars and beyond. This arc is as much her accomplishment as it is ours. I regret nothing. Oh, they're such good characters! This arc is missing one last but very crucial component before we are ready to take off. It should be arriving shortly. What is it? Quite the turnout, wouldn't you say? Then again, who wouldn't want to be present for a once-in-a-lifetime event? You say the work on the Ark is finished, but you certainly wouldn't know by looking at it. I'll send word to the Alliance leaders the very moment the ship takes off. Obviously they couldn't be here, but I'm sure they'll be cheering for you every step of the way. I'm sorry they couldn't be here. Let's hear what Father has to say. You guys are making it short and simple. So this is the ship that will bear us to Ultima. Well, you've seen it before, mate. That even Wilsfred and Bowena should be in attendance is most unexpected, but I am nonetheless heartened by their presence. This is the pinnacle of etherochemistry, a synthesis of modern innovation and the ancient wisdom of Alec. The ARC's engine appears to be capable of processing condensed ether into quantities I never thought possible. But I'm expecting quite so many people to be seeing us off. Oh, that just makes it more fun. For so many to see us off like this seems wholly unnecessary. Still, I'll not begrudge them for wishing us well. You're so grumpy, Estinian. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Okay, Forshno, any last words of advice? Words of wisdom? Hopefully.
All present and accounted for? Good. As you will have heard, the Ark is ready. All that remains is to board and be on your way.
I've seen my fair share of tight schedules, but this was bloody murder.
Of course he had to make an appearance now.
But we did it. We finished the ship. It's safe, fit for purpose, and looks good to boot. Aye, it's a Garland through and through.
I really don't know what we'd do without you. Thank you for everything.
Ah, don't mention it. Ever since that episode with Omega, I've been toying with the idea of starfaring vessels. And as they say, necessity is the mother of invention. We've learned a lot, let me tell you. In case you're wondering about payment, the ongoing existence of the world ought to do.
Seems fair.
But feel free to throw in a colorful recounting of your journey on your return.
Seems fair to me, I'll take it.
So, have you thought of a name?
A name? Wasn't everyone just calling it Father's teeny tiny toy boat?
They were, weren't they?
Well, seeing as its purpose has changed, I thought a more eloquent name was in order. I suggested as much to Forshno, who seemed quite amenable to the idea.
As you know, this vessel is the culmination of heretofore unprecedented collaboration. And though said collaboration is owed to the Scions, there is another whose noble deeds made our work possible. From a fragment of Dalamud, we obtained not only advanced materials such as refined adamantite, but the knowledge to traverse the stars. And this fragment would not have found its way to us had the Archon Louisois not fought to protect this world. And in so doing, laid down his life.
Aww.
Now that the vessel stands complete, I cannot help but wonder if it was more than mere happenstance. If it was my father's intention to guide us here. In the hopes that his guidance will see you all safely home, I name the vessel after that self-same fragment of Dalamud he delivered unto us.
Is it what I think it is?
The starship Ragnarok.
I knew it! Oh, I knew it! Not how I thought it would be, but Ragnarok is in this expansion.
Sorry for the wait. I got everyone you asked for, and not a one less.
What's he doing? Look who's here! Oh my god! All our friends, our
What are you all doing here?
That's all of them. Yeah.
Oh, I invited them. The representatives of those tribes with religious inclinations. You've done a fine job of readying the Ragnarok, but for it to take flight, we'll of course need the power of the Mother Crystal. Given its immense size, however, transporting it would be an absolute logistical nightmare, not to mention we'd need to shatter it into tiny shards for feeding to the engines. But a brilliant idea came to me. We convert the crystal's energy into forms that can transport themselves!
Thou wouldst employ summoning. Or should I say its precursor, creation
No,
magic.
there's summoning primals to power up the ship now?
Care to explain for our benefit?
As you may have witnessed at Bestway's Burrow, the Loperids are capable of creation magics, which they use to shape the moon's environment. Yet simple though they make it seem, 'tis a highly advanced and exacting art. To perform it correctly requireth that the wielder holdeth the object in his mind's eye in clearest detail.
Hence the ancients' meticulous management of concepts.
Drawing upon this art, the Ascians conceived of summoning as we know it, a derivative that replaceth the complexity of concepts with the simplicity of zealotry to make manifest a creation.
I see. By combining the Loperit's magics and the tribe's faith, we convert the Mother Crystal into primals of purer form and greater obedience.
Oh, okay.
Summoning as it was intended, one might say.
Indeed! Indeed! While Heidelin gave us the ability to use creation magics, she forbade us from using it to make anything possessed of a soul, or similar. She didn't say anything about fulfilling the desires of others, though. So, borrowing our friend's faith, we'll create deities using the Mother Crystal's power and send them to the Ragnarok!
Oh my god.
Am I the only one here concerned about the risk of being turned into a tempered minion?
Oh, right, I was getting to that. From what I've read in Sharlayan tomes, it appears the Ascians incorporated an additional nasty element into their summoning method. The fervent desire to assimilate others into one's belief. Beings thus created are instilled with the self-same desire and use their powers to enthrall people, starting with the summoner.
We still have the
In
words, though.
contrast, our creation magics, the original and the best, except no substitutes, don't incorporate any of that rubbish, so there's no risk of tempering. I mean, if the being was on the scale of Zodiac, you might feel a little tug, but I think we'll be safe enough.
Plus, we have a way to cure tempering and the warding scales, too, so I don't think we need to worry.
Truth be told, I do not understand the intricacies of this plan. But none of us would ever turn our backs on you.
Aww.
When the avatars of our faith ran amok, you intervened without decrying we who birthed them. Where others vilified and suppressed us, you offered understanding and friendship. In gratitude, we will share with you the true expressions of our gods. Not malevolent deities, but benevolent saviors.
Alright, you lot, we're heading to the ethereal sea. Stay in sight, else you're liable to get lost.
Oh my god.
Lead the way.
This is gonna be good, isn't it? Oh, I can't wait to see this all take off.
May we have a moment? In anticipation of the day man might journey to the stars, we developed these.
Portable teleportation devices. One for each of you, designed to work in tandem. Press the button on one, and in a matter of moments, all 8 will activate and send their owners back to the Ragnarok.
Oh, useful.
There is no telling what hazards you may encounter. If you find yourself separated or lost, please do not hesitate to use them. Be safe, all of you, and come back.
You as well. I pray you take care.
Looks like everything is in order, so I'll go ahead and board. A few of my fellows will remain to assist with the summonings, but rest assured, the vessel won't want for competent crewing.
I love the Loporets.
If you are ready, then you should board as well. Go, and Godspeed.
Okay. We're getting ready to go. I am so ready for this. I really am. Okay. Ragnarok. And thus does grandfather's legacy live on. We mustn't waste any more time. Let us board and set out for Ultima Thule. Primal summoning, as it was intended. I never dared to consider they could be involved without the danger of tempering. Changes come quickly to the star, and greater change yet awaits in the days to come. All the more reason we must not fail. Mother, father, grandfather. We will save the star and return home, I promise. Venturing quite literally into the unknown, we have to be ready for anything. As I said before, whatever awaits us there, we will survive. We must. I have to turn out when you say... Oh, okay, so it's the same thing with you. Same thing with you. Most grateful, Winston, Rowena. I've devised a contingency so they feel the need to rise, though I pray it shall not. We must strive for victory to the last, that Aetheris and her people survive, and that her champions return home without exception. Okay? So the stage is set. I can but hope that we are prepared to play our parts when we arrive on Ultima Thule. The key, I suspect, may lie with Hydaelyn's parting message to us. Darkness and light, despair and hope. As goes one, so goes the other. Knowing Meteion wields the power of despair, we must bring to bear hope in equal measure. Rather not spend any longer mulling over strategy. None of us are strangers to despair. If that is the source of our power, we are ready for it. Fair enough. Ragnarok is a collaborative effort in every sense. The culmination of knowledge from the world's greatest minds, both past and present. Without question, the greatest ship ever built. I have to remember to thank Tataru for her timely provisions of food and drink. Poor Wedge would have long since given up from exhaustion otherwise. Now the rest is up to you. We haven't forgotten anything, have you? You haven't forgotten anything, have you? No repairs or commissions, a delivery from retainers, perhaps? No? Well, if there's nothing else, have a safe journey. World cannot end now, not when we have but scratched the surface of the Loporet's technological know-how. So run along now and do what it is you vaunted heroes do best. The world shall tremble before my genius soon enough, assuming you're able to prevent its destruction, that is. Do I want to talk to him? Let's see. Nope. Okay, I guess everyone else is saying the same thing. Millions will not be joining us, I'm afraid. She could not bear to watch our children embark on so perilous a mission. Make no mistake, I feel the same. I cannot tell you how many times I had to step away from my duties, so distracted by thoughts of all the ways it could go wrong. Even now, part of me wants to drag them away and forbid... Well, not that they would listen, so I will see them off with pride in my heart, and a prayer on my lips. For my children and this star they love so dearly, you must prevail. Right. I'm ready. I'm going now. Come this way, I'll direct you to the bridge. Reborn the Ragnarok. Ooh, several cutscenes will play! Yes! Yes! Let's go! I'm ready to go now! Yes, let's go! Okay. Let's see how this goes! I'm ready! guys are pilots.
Welcome to the bridge, everyone! I hope you have everything, because I can't be bothered turning back. Right then, make yourselves comfortable. We're setting off in just a moment.
It's incredible.
Now what?
This is 6.0. Can you hear me? The preparations for the summonings are complete.
So the primals are here.
In accordance with the 14th phase of the plan, we have moved the Ragnarok to the launch site. The gates are open. You may depart when ready.
So, are we ready?
As ready as we'll ever be. Let's get going.
Oh, come on. The burnt-out star's got more fire in its belly. Try it again, with feeling.
Okay. Like how I'm gonna let anyone else do it. I'm issuing the command to launch. Oh, they're all looking at me.
Engage!
This is crazy. This is supposed to be fantasy. How did we turn into sci-fi? I can't stop smiling. My face is hurting now because I'm smiling so much. Okay, what's gonna happen now? Wow. Oh, it's huge! Oh, that is nice. Taking off there. Oh. Is this what I think it is? Wait. No! That's the 1.0! Oh, the primals! Oh, they use that mock.
That I must carry landwalkers into the sky. I cannot imagine a greater indignity.
Well, I see she's still as sour as ever.
Do not sulk so, for thy mighty winds exist not only to buffet and batter. Nay, they may serve also to thrust forth with vigor. Such is thy glory, and thus it is an occasion to rejoice. So come, let us revel!
He's striking a pose while flying. Oh. Susano and Bismarck are having a ball, it looks like.
So long as the wind blows freely, I suppose all is as it should be in creation. I will render unto them a storm, that they may pierce the firmament and fly free!
Oh, this was nice. That is awesome. I wanted to hear more of the primals talking to each other, though.
Still in one piece? Good. Sleeping way? Report?
All's well. Fantastic, even. Thanks to the power of those primals, the engines are roaring and we're ripping along.
All values are also within projected ranges. Time to destination is 8 carats. Perhaps 7 at a pinch.
How long is a carrot?
Alright, let's go over some points of caution. Our destination, as you know, is Ultima Thule. Lest you wonder, the place is not a star so much as a patch of emptiness. That's the extent of what our equipment could determine, anyway. From what we know of Meteion, she's likely used dynamis to obfuscate her location.
So, in conclusion, we'll only know what's there when we get there.
The crew and I will see to it the ship's ready to take off at a moment's notice. We'll support the search as best we can, but it'll be your paws on the ground, assuming there is any. But everything will be fine, I'm sure. Hydaelyn believes in you, so you ought to believe in yourselves. Just don't do anything I wouldn't, like waiting too long to use those portable teleporters of yours. Personally, at the slightest sign of trouble, I'd mash the button to bits, and you should as well.
Understood. We promise to be careful.
I suggest you brace yourselves. We're about to arrive, and the vessel will shake a good
Wow, that was fast.
What is this? Something is interfering with the equipment.
What's going on? Well, I know who's causing it, but...
Greetings.
Oh, no. Well, that's not creepy at all.
Greetings. Can you hear me?
Meteion. Is this our Meteion?
So this is Meteion.
Oh. Have you met one of my sisters? I don't remember meeting you myself. But I do know that you're from Atheris. Why have you come? All you had to do was wait. I would have delivered to you your ends.
We didn't ask for that.
I don't understand. All life is destined to end. Why choose to prolong your suffering? Effort, ambition, love, they amount to naught. Happiness, should you find it, is inevitably lost, stolen away by events beyond your control. There is no logic nor meaning in it. You think there is. Convince yourselves. But it's all a cruel accident. Come now. I speak the truth. A truth you would recognize if you looked up at the night sky. Unbroken emptiness. Cold, dark, and silent. Your world, like every other, is but a blemish upon its perfect fabric. Life is an anomaly. It is unnatural and cannot continue. The sooner you accept this, the easier it will be.
Just to be clear, we're not here to argue with you. We know that life is fleeting, and that in the short time we have it, we're not assured happiness.
Indeed. I've seen far more sorrow in the eyes of many I've met. I myself have plenty of regrets. And one day they'll die with me. Gone to dust with my good deeds and unfulfilled dreams.
But we accept this. That our existence may seem pointless. That sorrow, rage, and despair will always dog our heels. And we press on regardless. That is why Hydaelyn guided us here. In her boundless love for mankind, she has prepared us for this trial. And in her name, we have come for you.
Yes, I sense it. A burning passion like unto fury. I know it well. For the same passion once burned in many a star before yours. Suffocated and extinguished now.
That was a creepy sound. Oh, what's she doing?
I can't breathe. You approach the bounds of my ultimatum. Where emotions dictate reality. Where resignation and acceptance unite to embrace the end. Where those who yet valiantly cling to life can thrive.
Oh, thank Crit. What just happened? Everyone looks like they're alive. What's that?
By the Fury.
Thancred?
Oh no, what happened? Don't tell me he was taken or something.
Meteion has gone as well. Mayhap he awakened first and gave chase.
Everyone? It appears we are at our destination.
Oh boy. I gotta see this.
This is Ultima Thule.
Not that we knew what to expect, but I wasn't expecting this.
Well, show us!
from atmospheric composition to ambient temperatures, all reading to within permissible range. This place is capable of supporting life.
That's good. So we won't die when we set foot outside the ship.
If that's the case, then Thancred may well have gone on ahead. Let's go and have a look.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Meanwhile, I want the rest of you to perform a full inspection of the ship, as well as a biological scan.
Okay, I need to see this.
So it was that the brave wayfarers arrived at last at Dream's End.
That's not Mixelk. That's Hypnodalis.
In following their path walked and history written, I am made keenly aware of one truth.
Where's that Mixelk? I don't know anymore.
Though the curtains may fall again and again, so long as others take the stage, ever shall there be more tales to tell.
Holy crap.
So, let them bring it to a close, I say. Let the curtains fall upon this. The final chapter in the tale of the star.
Final chapter. Oh my god. This is nuts. Look at it.
Is this a dead star?
As I live and breathe, I live and breathe. Well, the environment itself shouldn't kill us.
Well, that's good.
Well then, let us search for Thancred while exploring the area. The ship we leave in your care.
This is nuts. Meteion should strike again with such overwhelming force. I honestly don't know how we are to oppose her. We're clearly no match for Meteion, yet we survived unscathed. But how? As Livingway said, I can breathe well enough, but something about this place feels wrong. There's a dizzy and disorienting feeling about this place, as if I could lose my footing at any moment. We must be careful. Didst thou witness what has become of Thancred? So quickly was I overcome by Meteion's malevolence that I saw naught of their altercations. It's so dark, I can barely see anything. I can't guarantee you'll be of help in these strange surrounds, but I've readied a provisions note in case of emergency. Of course, if you encounter any real danger here, I expect you to return to the Ragnarok at once. Okay. So it's 1, 2... Oh, we got 3 aetherites. This place is huge! But then again, we're in space, so... Abode of the Air. Base Omicron? What? Okay, so that's the node. Okay. Alright. So, not bad, not bad. Okay, I'm completely lost here, but I think we're gonna just cut it right there, and so the next episode is just gonna be us exploring Ultimate Thule. And I'm completely lost. I don't know what Meteion did. I mean, I don't know what kind of crazy powers she's got. I mean, we know what powers she has, we just never saw that before, so I'm guessing it had something to do with Dynamis, but I have no clue what happened with Thancred. I mean, was he abducted or something? Well, I saw him trying to attack her, but... I'm lost. Here we are at the end, and I'm so confused. But we will cut it there for right now. Thank you so much for watching. Join me next time as we explore this new land, and hopefully we don't get killed and we find Thancred soon. So, until next time, everyone, this is Fantasy Girl signing out. So, bye-bye.